Hello and welcome to Behind the Chords. This is the
Thank you.
podcast for members of Spirit of the Gulf. I'm Jamie Ryan, and on the other side of the microphone is Lorri Masse. Lorri, tell us about tell us about yourself in general.
Okay, so I was in Region 10 for many years. That's where I started Sweet Allies. I got into Texas Harmony, who was directed by Darlene Rogers at the time in 2000. And my sister and I were looking for a musical group to get into because we both had done singing off and on throughout our lives. And so she and I were looking on the internet, just trying to see what group could we do something together. And we came across this, something on the web about Texas Harmony. We're like, well, let's go check that out. So she and I, and this is in 2000, she and I went to one of the rehearsals, and immediately we were hooked. I was like, okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Does she
And
still sing?
my sister, yes, she's a rich tone.
So cool.
So we got to sing together for 5 years, and then I moved overseas, and then for a couple of years, and then we moved to Houston. So we haven't been back in the same city since that time. So I'm hoping she's a veterinarian. I'm hoping she's going to retire down the road and maybe consider moving down to Southwest Florida. We'll see.
Awesome. Why did you go overseas?
My husband was in oil and gas. He worked for Mobil. He worked for Hunt Oil. He's worked for
Okay.
Mobil and Exxon, and he had an opportunity in Paris to work with Total with his company. And I'm like, of course, let's do that.
How
I had never
lovely.
been overseas or anything at all to travel. And my kids were 9 and 11 at the time. And so we got an opportunity to go over there. So he went
That
in
is so cool. How long did you live there?
2 years. It's been a long time. And so it's been 2005 to 2007 we lived there.
And did your kids go to French-speaking schools?
Well, they went to an American school, but they also had to take French. I mean, I'm not going to tell you they ever became fluent, near did I. I mean, I took lessons and everything, but it was a bit of a struggle. But I mean, I survived. It was fine.
Had you been working before you moved?
No, I was a stay-at-home parent at that point.
Okay.
Kids were born. I had a career at that time, but I left it and was able to stay home because with the hours my husband was working and possibility of us being transferred and moved around, I knew that was, and I thought, I'm just going to stay home. So, and we were both in agreement, and it worked for us.
And what were you doing before that?
I had a degree in business, but I worked for Allstate Insurance. I was a claim adjuster. I had the time to be able to get my hobby, so I was lucky.
And do you have hobbies other than Sweet Adelines?
I'm a big tennis player.
Oh,
And I know we have other ladies in our chorus that play tennis, so I've discovered. So I love tennis. I kind of messed up my knee here recently, but I've been playing for a number of years competitively, and I really love it. So
oh
that's my other
God.
passion.
Did you start that in school or something? How did you become a
No,
tennis?
no, I had friends when we lived in Houston that decided, let's go take some tennis lessons, and so I did it, and then we did that for about 6 months, and then I really, because I mean, I like to exercise, I like to socialize, and I like to be competitive. So it was right up my alley, and I'm like, all right, you guys aren't going to keep doing it. I'm going to meet people. We had courts in our neighborhood, and it's kind of like Sweet Alliance. Like I started out, just a player, and then after about a year, some of the people left the team, and they said, well, you live in the neighborhood, so you're the captain now. And I'm like, what?
You have a background in dance?
I do not. I do not have a back. I mean, I did Zumba and that kind of thing at the gym and that kind of stuff. But I've been on different front rows for a number of years. Um, I didn't do it in Texas Harmony, but when I've also been a member of Houston Horizon,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was a member of there, and so I got into front row there, and then I was with Woodlands Show Chorus, and I did it there. And so when I came here, I mean, I love being down there. And I mean, we're really trying to ramp it up now, which is a big challenge for me. And so,
Hit you with the rapid fire questions. Is there anything you want to say to or about the chorus?
I have to say I love the culture of our chorus here. I mean, this is my 4th chorus. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2000, and every chorus that I've gotten into, I met mostly because of moving around. Um, it's just been like another step up and another step up, another step up. And I would say that this chorus has got the best atmosphere. I just really feel, supported, and I feel like it's so friendly and everything. And we have 2 fabulous directors, and I'm learning so much. It's exciting.
I can ask you
Cool.
before I forget that you also sing in a quartet, right?
Yes.
How
I've
for
been
how long have you
I've
sung
been
in?
with Noteworthy for, I think this is gonna be our 3rd competition.
Have you quartetted before?
I have. I've been in maybe 3 other quartets in the past. But we never I finally got to compete again when I got together with Noteworthy, because someone would always move. Usually it was me.
All right. Now I'm going to hit you
All right, I'm gonna do my
with the
best. We'll
rapid
see what
fires.
happens.
Listen, if you don't feel like answering a question, just say so.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Let's see
Um,
how quick I can think on my feet, Jamie.
yeah. All right. I have cards numbered 1 through 5, and I also have a blank bonus card. You
Oh,
get to pick
wow.
which card.
Okay, I'll pick 4.
Oh, this is question number 1. What's the hardest song you've had to learn?
Jim Arons had come up with a song, that he wrote specifically for Woodlands. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was about the Music Man or something, and it was all we never got to perform it because COVID happened, so we never got to perform it. So, but it was a whole thing about music, and we had to be instruments.
Bad for me that I didn't ask you which part do you sing.
I'm a lead.
I
I
mean, I
I've
think
always
I
been a
knew
lead.
that.
My sister and I both started out as leads, but she's a tenor now.
Oh, have you quarteted with your sister at all?
When I was with Texas Harmony, I was able to take Darlene Rogers lived 10 minutes away from my house. So after I'd been in the chorus for about a year, I wanted to take some voice lessons because I really never had a chance to do private voice lessons. And I started going to her house, which was wonderful. So after I'd been in the chorus for I was there 5 years. After a couple years, um, she asked my sister and I guess, I mean, because of the sister blend and all that stuff, if we would sing in a quartet with her. I'm like, yeah. So we were in a quartet together, um, and we did Singing Valentines, and I think we did, I don't know, a Christmas show song or something, but then I moved. So this is what I remember. I remember I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm in this." That was actually my first quartet, and I was so excited to sing with my sister and with Darlene, and everything was gonna be so, I thought, great. I was gonna learn so much, and, I remember going to Darlene's house crying, going she goes, "Why are you crying?" I go, "I'm moving." She goes, "Well, where are you moving?" I said, "I'm moving to France, and I can't do that." She goes, "Are you kidding me?" It's kind of funny at the time because I was bummed out, but I mean, but when I went over to France, I mean, I don't know that they still at this point even have any Sweet Adeline choruses.
I don't
And
think
so
so.
I had a plan. They had the Paris Chorale Society or something. The rehearsals were in English. I mean, we were going to sing classical music, so that was my plan. That's what I was going to do. And then I got over there and realized that wasn't happening. I mean, we lived out in the suburbs. That was in Paris. By the time my husband came home, there's no way I could make those rehearsals. So my next door neighbor was French, and she helped me out in a lot of things. But she had been an expat herself. She had lived in Mexico or with her family or something. So when they had the family sign up for the kids, for different activities and stuff, she helped me out, and we went with the kids to see what they could get involved in outside the school. And I met a woman who was representing a chorus there. And so I started talking to her, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'd love to keep singing." And she said, "Well, just, come join us." So funny story. So when they started, this was in the fall. Again, this was classical music, but it was a 10-minute walk. I walked to the rehearsal to the town center in the little village I was in. And I got there, and I mean, I sung alto in the past when I'd done, different, not barbershop stuff. And so I walk in there. My husband got home late. We didn't start rehearsals till 8:30. The
How
French
very
word, right? They're getting
European.
late. Huh?
How very European.
Yes, very European. So that, I showed up late and they had already started working on something. And I just walked in and I thought, sweet Adeline confidence, right? I'm like, okay, I think here are the altos, and just happened to sit next to someone who spoke English and whose husband was Scottish. And we just started, they were pounding out no learning tracks, right? Like we're pounding out the stuff on the piano, and there were like 40 people in there. And so began my adventure there for those 2 years. But the director spoke no English, but she demonstrated a lot of what she wanted to hear, the sound and stuff. So it was really interesting. I mean, I got through that, but we would do the same boring warm up. I would want to move and do all the things we do in Sweet Adelines and be standing there. I'm like, oh my God, we're doing the same boring one lineup. But it was very interesting.
I should have asked earlier, did you have a musical background before you? Because you said you wanted to find something with your sister.
Well, I mean, I never had a formal education in music, but I started in, junior high and high school and did solo and ensemble and region choir or area. I never made it state, but I auditioned, almost got there, but I didn't make it in Texas. But over the years, I've done different types of groups, different types of choral groups. And growing up, I sang at church with guitar mass at the Catholic Church with my father growing up, um, and so did my sister. So that's
Very
basically,
cool.
I'm learning as I go, Jamie, learning as I go.
Well, as Aaron Howden just said, we're never done.
You're never done. That's right.
Yeah.
Never done.
All right. Question number 3. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I like to be on time for things.
Number 4. What is your most used app?
Oh, and the Weather Channel, I would say a lot, because as the captain of one of my tennis teams, I have to know if it's going to rain or not, if that's going to ruin the whole match, and I have to reschedule everything. So I'm paranoid about the radar and what the temperature is. So I dress appropriately before I go outside.
Number 5. Do you hit snooze?
No.
Number 6. What's your favorite game?
What's my favorite game? I like to play something like Aggravation.
I feel like I'm
I'm
getting
not a
to
big
know a
card
lot of you.
player. I have friends that are. I'm just not big into cards, but we get to, or dominoes. Dominoes. I like dominoes.
Same. Number 7. This one is probably a tough question. What would be the title of your autobiography?
That is a tough question. Reminds me of a Dr. Seuss thing. Oh, the things I should have done, or something like that.
I love it.
The things I should have done.
Number 8. Do you have a go-to karaoke song, and what is it if you do?
Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, which is kind of hilarious because I'm not sure how I'm really delivering that, but I used to like Pat Benatar back in the day, and I know all the words, and I've done it before and several times, and so that's usually the one I go to.
I love it.
Go figure, a rock song.
Number 9. Do you have a bucket list travel destination?
Oh yeah, I love to travel. We're going to Vietnam this summer, and so even though I don't live overseas, I still like to pretend I'm an expat and travel. And now I have the time and the funds to be able to do it. So I would like to. There's still a lot of places I want to go. We've been to a lot of places, but there's a lot of places I want to go. I got to do it now, Jamie, before I get too old.
I agree. And number 10, what song do you wish did not exist?
Flying Purple People Eater, or whatever, that song we hear at Halloween, or whatever it is.
He was a one-eyed, one-horned,
Yeah, that one.
purple people eater.
Yeah, I could do without that one.
I love
Among
that you
other
came
ones.
up with one right away.
I'm just like, that's not one of my favorites.
Okay. Those are all of my questions.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No, I consider it an honor that you asked me to do this today, and I really think it's fun to learn about other people in the chorus because sometimes we don't have time for that. We're busy. We got stuff to do
Right,
in
which is,
rehearsal.
I do love doing this. It is a delight for me to get to talk to everybody. And I'm all right. Thanks, Lorri. We will see you at rehearsal.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.